Welcome everyone. Today we have a very exciting and also very special Honkai Star Rail weekly reminder, planner and also news update. And what's exciting about this week is, on the next reset, you'll be getting one free 5-star weapon, and I'll show you guys how to do it, and which of the weapon is best for you. We'll talk about this in the video as well. And after that, you'll be getting at least 10 free summons if you do this correctly. So you got 10 free summons this month and 10 free summons after the reset. So this is a big reminder for a lot of freebies, and especially after Trailblazer level 40 with additional items. Now we'll also be going through a weekly checklist and a reminder of the best things to do in the game each of the week. Just in case you guys miss anything, I'll keep you guys updated and also reminded, including the web checking event, which I have gotten over 120J so far, and this has resetted. So coming over to a notes over here, as the making of this video, this is on the 1st of May 2023. So what is coming next week and also next month? Well, this is a really good reset date because after the reset, this will be a new week and also a new month of May. And of course, the biggest excitement to most of the free-to-play players is that you'll be getting a free 5-star weapon of your choice. Well, you might be asking me exactly how do you do it, Matt? And let's go through this one. Now, if we come over to the simulator universe and come over to Header Store, what you're going to see is you can exchange any of the 5-star legendary weapons with 8 tickets. And currently I have 7 tickets. So how do you get 7 tickets? Is that first you do the 3,500 point score. You can repeat World 1 if you have to and just get a 3,500 score. And this is our first weekly reminder to do this. So notice over here at 2,800 score, you'll get 1 ticket. And how do you get the rest of the 6 tickets, you might be asking me, is by clearing out world number 1, 2, and also number 3. Now we do have detailed guides on teaching free-to-play players how to clear those with any of your characters. So make sure you check some of our previous videos, I'll have the links provided for you guys. And this is how you get 7 of those. And upon the reset of the week, what you want to do is, you want to come over here and get your score quickly up enough to get your 1 more ticket of the weekly reset. And then suddenly you can buy your free 5-star weapon. And this is amazingly good for the free-to-play players. Because most of us, like me, I don't have any 5-star weapons. I didn't really roll into much, right? So you can see I don't have any great weapons. So this is going to be a tremendous update for free-to-play account. Now, in case you guys are wondering, yes, you don't have to do the high difficulty world. You can do the lower difficulty world. I think world 1 is 800 points when you clear it, and also world 2 is 1,200 points. And finally, world 3 is 1,800 points each time you clear it. You can do this repetitively and easily get your new ticket every week. And of course, you can get lots of freebies with the gems. You can see another 30 gems over here. So there's a lot of guides I made in the past. Make sure you check out those to get those freebies as you get those rewards. Now, in order to provide you guys with more information of which of the weapon would you pick and should you pick, so let's come over here. I have written some notes that is going to be quite important. So here you can see the notes about getting the ticket. And here what I want to do is I want to show you guys from Proton.gg some of the weapon stats. It's quite important to know those stats. The first thing you want to see is going to be the category of the characters that can use those weapons. So the first weapon will be Destruction, second one will be Hunt, and the next one will be Preservation. So what you can do is you can come over to the character list and you can search for those characters. So if you click on Destruction, you can see all the characters that goes into Destruction. And this weapon ideally can work on the physical Trailblazer, which is not bad. And after that, we come over to the Hunt. You can see that Dan Heng can use this one, Seelai can use this one, Xu Shen can use this one, and also Yan Qing can use this one. So the next weapon that we can pick, the Hunt, is also not bad. Finally, as for Preservation, you can go with Gepet, you can go with March 7th, or the Trailblazer for Fire. This is also a good choice. Now the next thing we want to do is, let's look at the stats of the weapons, and I'll give you guys a summary. The first weapon we'll be looking at will be the Destruction weapon, and this is a really good all-round weapon because you get 8% increased damage in battle each time you attack up to 4 times. That's 32% increased damage of attack. And after you inflict the weakness break on enemies, you also gain 12% increased damage. Of course, this will only be 1 copy of the weapon, but the good thing about the legendary weapon, guys, is it has a massive boost of stats. And this is very, very important, because for most characters, those base stats can be amplified by attack percent, elemental damage. So you want the legendary weapons not only for the effect, and also for the massive boost of stats. And we'll be comparing those stats as well. Now, if we come over to the second one, the Hunt, this is also one offensive weapon. And this one is also very powerful because it gives some of the most critical stats in the game. we can see the character that uses this weapon can gain 8% critical rate and also increase the critical rate against enemies with higher than 50% HP by another 8%. So 16% increased critical rate when enemies over 50% HP. And also when they defeat enemies, they will gain another 20% attack. And this character likely gonna kill a lot of enemies. So this is also very powerful for the hunted characters that can use this weapon. Of course guys, remember to come over here to compare your characters to see if you have those characters to use those weapons. Now if we look at the stats are very powerful. So if you compare the two stats, I think they're very similar. So let's see. Now, this one has 582, this one has 582. So if we look at the damage, the HP, this one's a little higher. In terms of defense, this one's a little higher. Now the final weapon is going to be the preservation weapon, and this weapon is a defensive weapon that, as you can see, it goes on most of the defensive characters. And obviously I think in most cases we won't be picking a defensive weapon as the first choice, but we still look at it. We gain 8% effect resistance and also gain a shield equals to 16% of maximum life when the character has no shield. And this have a cooldown, and also when the shield is activated they receive reduction to damage by 12%. So again, this is likely going to be the last weapon I pick. I'll be trying to pick between one of those two weapons, and the last weapon I'll pick will be this one. The stats over here, you can see the attack is a little lower, but higher defense. So this one will be really good for the Fire Trailblazer. Now the bigger question is, which weapon will work for you? Do you have Claire? And also over here, do you have Sealine? If you do, this is a quite straightforward question, right? You pick those weapons for those characters, unless you already got the limited banner weapon for Sealine. Now Yanqing can also use the weapon, so the hunted weapon is not bad. And if you do have Danhen, which you do, most of us got it for free, and also with Xu Xian, this is also a decent weapon. Now as for Destruction, Alan and also Hook are not the top DPS. If you're running Trailblazer physical with the highest, duplicates of, of the Eidolons, I keep calling them constellations, with Eidolon 6, this can also work. So those are our options. But before you pick the weapon guys, what I want to remind you guys is, maybe it's okay to wait a bit longer before you claim it. Yes, you can get it right away after this reset. But one thing to remember guys, there's a lot of planning for the future. And because the second weapon that we'll be picking will be in another 8 tickets, this might take us a little longer as free-to-play players. We don't progress the content that fast. So in order to get the next ticket, what you want to do is you want to clear more worlds. And the worlds will become increasingly harder and also gated behind the storyline. So the first 8 tickets is easy, the next 8 will be hard, the final 8 will be really hard. So I think one thing I want to highlight to you guys is, don't claim right away. Consider what would you get in the future. Are you gonna get Sealine on her banner? If you do, does she need a weapon? If she does, the hunter weapon is really good. And what about the future characters? You can see the other characters that will be coming in the future. So I'll show you guys over here. So you can see there will be, Jing Yuan, there'll be Kafka, and there's a lot of other characters like Silver Wolf that will be coming in the future. We'll make a banner and we'll make a video about this one to compare the characters. But right now you do want to prepare and plan as a free-to-play player. It's really good to have a limited character with a 5-star weapon. And this is going to be very beneficial. But if you claim too fast, maybe you'll be regretting your decision. So my advice is, if you have the right characters, definitely get a power spike. If you do not, then consider a little longer. You be a little patient, and this will delay your power spike, but you'll get a better choice of your weapons. And of course, guys, don't buy those 2-ticket items. Those are not worth it. Now, if you guys haven't subscribed, it is a really good time to do so, because I'll be covering tons of free Jade guides, new events, official updates, and also free-to-play tips and also tricks to Hong Kong Star Rail. And make sure you turn on the notification, guys, because some of the events and also some of the updates may be time limited and with a limited number of giveaways. Like in this particular guide, only 2,000 players can get the lucky giveaway for 3,000 Jades. So make sure you subscribe and also turn the notification on. And if you look over here, a lot of you haven't turned it on. We have over 80% people who haven't turned it on. So make sure you turn it on for the latest news and also all the freebies with Hong Kong Star Rail. Now, briefly going over through the other parts of the video, I think the weapon is the most important one I want to talk about. So as a reminder, guys, I'm sure most of you have noticed and most of you have seen my video in the past. So we're going to be getting 10 free summons over here with 5 of each kind, and they will be reset during the record of this video in less than 10 hours. And what that means is you want to buy those before this month. This month will disappear in 10 hours and even less when you watch this video. And the next month you get 10 more wishes. So make sure you grab those. And also, if you do get Trailblazer level 40, this is a really good deal over here for the Tracks of Destiny. Now, briefly going through some of the weekly reset reminders. The first one is you want to do Echoes of War. Now, I purposely waited for my account level to be equivalent to get better loot for the last account, the Echoes of War. So notice that I finally got to level 30 and also second equilibrium. And now if I do my final Echoes of War, I'll be getting a little bit more loot because this will be on the second difficulty. So this is something you can consider to wait for the end of the week. And make sure you watch our reminder videos. Don't forget to do those, right? Now we have talked about the simulated world, and I'm sure you guys will be doing that. And as for the health memories or the forgotten health, this will reset in the future with higher levels. But currently I'm only 15 stars, so I don't think this will reset. But still you can push for those. In the future, those will reset in the higher levels. And over here, a daily reminder for the website checking event. So this is a start of a new month. And unfortunately, the other one disappeared. But this one, notice that if you extend this, you actually see more items. But what we really want will be those free jade over here. So we only get 60. It's not a lot, but it's something. We'll take it. And finally, of course, let me know if I missed anything, guys, for the weekly checklist, or if there's any freebies, let me know in the comments. And of course, guys, if you do have any great free-to-play tips, a lot of methods of getting more free items, or maybe hidden Easter eggs or tricks and also guides for the game, let us know in the comments below, or you can direct message to me through Discord. Now, in order to get to me on Discord, you will have to be on the same server. So we do have a server for Star Rail as well. You can join us and also chat about the game. And over here, I usually provide you guys with some of the links of our previous videos. Not trying to promote my videos, of course. I just want to keep you guys updated on the freebies and also on the latest guides. I'll be updating them as well, so you might be seeing some older ones and you might be seeing some new ones. Now, before you go, and if you guys didn't know, we have a new YouTube channel. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe and check out the behind the scenes and also fun clips and also more stories about us. And then you get to know me a little more personally instead of just reading the news and also the games, right? So I want to share a little bit more with you guys. So make sure you check this channel out if you're interested about Matt and also Uni. She's really funny too. And she's really shy. So I want to give her a surprise and do a shout out for the new channel to get some subscribers. Thank you guys. I'll see you guys next time.